Well, it's been a while, but we are
Don't tell your
live.
age. We are live, Jeff. Come on.
We are live. We live. I think so. I mean, my computer kind of slow. I can pull up on my phone, but it says here we live.
Yes,
Smile,
we
Tracy.
are.
You know, the first time I heard of Tracy, the name Tracy was when Prince wrote that song. Sometimes it snows in April. I
Now,
had
don't
been
make me
cousins or
dance.
anything named Tracy. Oh Lord,
Don't
please
make
don't
me
do that.
dance, you all. I'm going to dance while he does that. I dance while Jeff gets it together.
Ah,
So while
is
Jeff
that
is
what you
getting it
call
together, I'll
dancing?
dance. I'll dance while Jeff gets it together.
Well, I'm just toggling between windows
So you know what?
to
So
make
people
sure
may
we
have to
on.
really call in and say, Tracy, don't dance. So how many of y'all remember this dance? What's this
Okay,
dance, you
we
all?
on. They see you dance. Crap. On mute. There we go. And then go back to the studio. All right. So now we are rolling. And if anybody wants to join the studio or up on the panel, you can talk in the chat box. What are you doing, Tracy? What what is
I
what
was
is
doing
that?
the I don't know what that dance. I forgot what the name of it is
You
called.
were having a conniption? Are you okay? Oh my god. Ah,
Come on now.
ah.
I want somebody to dance with me.
Anyway, we just started
I don't have a
streaming
dancing partner.
and like you're having a connection. So
Before we talk about some other topics, I want somebody to tell me
I
what
don't
the
know what's
Southern
going
moms
on.
talk about.
What do Southern moms talk about? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Like,
how do Southern moms get your attention? Or how do moms in general get your attention without really verbalizing what they want? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because sometimes, I mean,
oh,
obviously
to
they
the
can say your
children?
name. Yeah.
I mean, if it's to the children in church, they just use their eyes.
Oh yeah, because in church they use your
Their eyes would be
eyes.
like, sit down.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know something else
They'd be like,
moms do in church?
sit down.
Guess what else they do in church? They pinch you.
What?
In church,
What?
moms and grandmoms pinch you.
Hmm.
Who else can
I
agree
don't
that
think I've
moms
been
and grandmoms in church pinch you?
pissed.
Because everyone know a mom or grandmom in
I'm
church
trying
can
to
pinch
remember.
you.
Catch me. You pinch me.
Huh?
I used to run around.
So Jeff was one of those bad little kids, you all, who used to run in church. He was a bad child.
Of
Can't y'all
course.
tell? He was bad. So while Jeff is doing that,
Well,
we're gonna tell.
uh, this is our first live show.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about us in a second. Whenever he get to doing that, we're gonna tell you all about us.
Oh, I'm
Whenever he
finished.
gets to doing that,
I'm ready. I'm finished. You go ahead.
are you ready? We're gonna tell you all a little bit about us because
Yeah, it's
we've
live.
been putting shows up,
We are
huh?
live.
Yeah, we live, but we feel like we haven't really done a not a good job of it, but we really haven't had a chance to really talk about who we are,
In the world.
and we really feel like we have to. We don't really have to, but it would be good if y'all had a good opportunity to really learn a little bit about us and our background. So I'll start off. Um, and I'm really it's easy just to say I have some degrees, but let me tell you a little bit about my background. I graduated my undergraduate degrees from Lamona College, which is an HBCU,
Yes.
which means a historically Black college or university, which is in Memphis, Tennessee. Um, that's where I got my first degree from. I also got my certification from um, Brunel Business College, which was in computerized accounting. I graduated from there. I also got my master's degree from University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Um, got my master's degree from there. I got several additional master's hours and several additional hours towards a doctorate. Now, at the present time, I'm working on a doctorate. So as you can tell, I have a lot of master's hours and several doctorate hours. But right now, I'm working on my doctorate. So I'm a doctoral candidate in the healthcare administration field. So right now, I'm considered a doctoral candidate. I have 2.5 years left. I've already done half the work. So right now, I'm considered a doctoral candidate um, in the field. So I'm very proud of that. So I have a BBA, MSW, and I'm a doctoral candidate. I don't brag on any of that stuff. I'm just blessed to have been able to be educated. But I
So
am
you'll be
very
Dr.
down to
Tracy
earth.
in a minute.
Yeah, I'll be Dr. Tracy, but I'm not all wrapped up in all that.
Dr. Tracy.
Whatever. In terms of being Greek, I am Greek. Um, I'm a Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated member. But I have
Yeah.
plenty of friends who are all across the spectrum when it comes to the Greek family, deltas and uh, AKAs and other individuals all across the Greek family because we're all friends. Um, of course, I'll let Jeff tell you who he is in a second. Um, I, so, in terms of what else do I do in terms of justifying what I can talk about in terms of the body of work, in terms of what we'll talk about here? I have plenty of mental health experience, almost 30 years. Um, I have almost 6 years in radio, um, almost 10 years in healthcare, um, work in healthcare, work towards
Did I lose
drug
you,
and
Tracy?
alcohol. I can keep going on and on and on, but just know I've done this stuff for a long time. And I love my personal mantra is aspire to inspire. And I love motivating people. But anyway, I love to have fun. So
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm through talking. That's who I am. Oh, I'm a mom. I'm a grandmom. I don't know. If you want to
Are
know
you
something else about
finished?
me,
You sure?
oh yeah, I'm through. Jeff's turn. Jeff, your turn.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Well, I didn't hear what high school you went to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I went to Fraser High School. I went to
Oh, you
Fraser.
went to Fraser.
I was a
That
Ram.
Fraser clique.
But see, it wasn't crazy back then when I went to school. It's crazy now. Oh, I shouldn't say that though, should I? Oops.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just a little bit of what I think. What Fraser coming back though, ain't it?
Jeff, talk about yourself.
Okay. Everybody should though, especially if you from anywhere in the South. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, also known as Duval. I went to Andrew Jackson High School, went to Bethune-Cookman University, marched in the best band in the land, by the way, also known as the Pride. The first actual football game this year for the University of Memphis is against my school, Bethune-Cookman University. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the game. Just be glad the band's not coming because they're going to the Battle of the Bands in North Carolina that same weekend. I think that's Labor Day weekend. But I've been in radio, oh God, 38 years. Started when I was a teenager. I got my first internship in my hometown, which is like a blessing because most people get interns away from their city. I've done so much when it comes to some of the artists. You name them, I probably met them and interviewed them, and I've just been in the game a long time. You know, just making my mark, doing my thing. I love helping people, and my birthday is April 20th. That is also the National Smokeout Day. If for those that indulge in the marijuana, and it's also Luther Vandross's birthday, and it's also Hitler's birthday. Some other noted people on that day: Jamar Moore, Carmen Electra, and me. So I have one son, one stepson. Been married once, I'm divorced now, about to get married again, but you didn't hear that from me.
Oops.
And that's pretty much it. They like to say I'm controversial, but I'm not. I just like thinking outside the box.
Yippee. Woohoo. Are you shy?
So there you have it.
Are you Greek?
Guys?
You didn't say you was
Oh
Greek.
yeah, for sure. You're my sister. Phi Beta
See,
Sigma,
you
Fraternity Incorporated. And
ooh,
that's my
fun.
sister. She's a Zeta Phi Beta, Sorority Incorporated. Um, I'm trying to see because this is our first time. You so silly. When people want to come up on the panel and talk about something, I should be able to drop a link that they can click on. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, mm, no, I clicked the wrong button. Go back.
Mm-mm.
All right, I got to find out where the link thing is because it's an open topic, whatever people want to talk about.
Yes, it is.
So
So
why
did you
don't
drop
you go
somebody?
ahead and tell us what other people are talking about right now still?
Okay. So
Because
let
I
me go back
know
to one.
the people are focused on different angles of it. So
So some other things that people are out here talking about. Uh, okay. So do you want to talk about the Trump? You see how I phrase it, the Trump. So let's talk about Donald
well,
Trump.
the Trump.
So Donald Trump is out here in the news again. Um, so how should we
Yeah.
approach that topic? Um,
Well, he's been indicted again today, four more charges, and
yes.
this time it's concerning the January 6th riot at the Capitol, and for some
You
reason I
know,
don't know why people think he's like the Teflon Don, and he won't go to jail. If he was anybody else without money, he'd be
he would
locked
have
up
already
right
been in
now.
jail. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna ever make it
Of
in jail.
course.
that's the most
But
interesting thing about
sadly enough,
him.
there are people who think he can do no wrong.
Right. For some odd reason, he seems to keep bouncing off of walls. I mean, he does something wrong and he
Right.
seems to bounce off of walls. I mean, he does wrong, he bounces off walls. He does wrong, he bounces off walls. I mean, he has enough evidence against him, even with people within his own party who have seemingly turned against him, who have said, look, enough is enough. And he
I
seemingly
mean,
can be,
he can convict his own self with his own talking. So,
yeah.
but I don't know. They just love this guy. You know what it is? For
So
black
what
folks,
is,
he gave me a stimulus check.
and you know what? I had a guy who I used to date who was so in love with him and who seemingly convinced some of his friends, some of
What?
his boys to fall along that same line of thinking, and they seemingly fell for that. And it was ridiculous. And I said, why are you all so into this man? And they were into that
Uh huh.
same Trump quote unquote thinking. And I just don't get
Well,
it.
first of all, let me say I'm glad you're not with this guy no more. Second of all, that's believe it or not, it's like a cult. That's the
It's
only
like
way
a
I
what?
can explain it. It's like a cult. A cult.
Yeah,
CULT
I hear you.
cult.
Yeah, I got you.
And if he's found guilty, he'll probably spend the rest of his life in jail. And but do you know if he also won presidency, he could be a president from jail. Did you know that?
Yes. And that's going to be another conundrum in and of itself. So, how are we
And that,
going
my
to,
friend, they should have changed that by law.
but they haven't. That's another one of those laws that's on the book that's going to
I
take
know.
an act of Congress to change.
I know.
So we're so busy
I know.
fighting the fact that Biden is falling, we're not we're not even thinking about the fact that if this idiot, excuse the expression, excuse me, if Trump gets in office, what are we gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets in
Uh-huh.
office from behind bars, he could do a mountain of damage. You know what I'm saying? This would be,
Of
oh
course.
my goodness.
Of course.
I mean, and I'm not here. I mean, and we're not trying to sway people either way, because of course everyone has the rights
Okay,
to their own
man.
opinion. It's just interesting because I can't tell someone to vote for him or don't vote for him. I just want people just to think about the fact that it's just
Right.
interesting, the fact that it is a barrage of danger that could ensue. The fact that
Well,
if he does get in office from behind bars, what could happen, the fact that he could be passing information from behind bars. I don't know. That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I don't
That
know.
is true, my friend.
I don't know.
I
It's
just I want you to speak on what do you think the psychological connection with Donald Trump and black people really is because I mean, for lack of better words, I've seen some black folk that will pretty much use the same talking points that white supremacists make when it comes to Donald Trump.
because there have
So,
become a
what do
lot
you
of
think is
individuals.
causing that? Why do you think it's like that?
I think from what I've seen, there are a lot of
Mm.
people who from what I've heard, a lot of people feel like there's no one who is on their side, who is on our side. So they're trying to find, this is gonna sound so crazy. They're trying to find someone, something to hold on to.
Uh,
And that little bitty piece of change that he gave them a few years ago was their only thing, their only
uh-huh.
source of, I want to say, hope. So that little bitty change was that little bitty sense of hope. So they're holding on to that little bitty money that he gave him a few years ago. So they still so that's still that little dangle piece. So he dangled that in front of their hand. So people are still saying, he gave me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what that is. So they're still
But
remembering
look
that
how
little,
many people died of the pandemic
right.
on his wife.
And I'm not doubting that. I'm not refuting that. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about the psychological thing, but that's what he did. He dangled that. He said, "Let me give them something to hold on to," and that's what he did. He dangled money in front of,
Right.
because he knows that, let me give people something that they all love. Everyone loves money. People across the board love money. Blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians. You know,
Well,
people
the
of
thing that
all ethnicities.
I don't know, Tracy. The thing that get me is, is when they say President Obama did do nothing for black people. That really
Right.
irks me
Ooh-wee.
because
I
that's
hear
not
it
true.
all the time.
He did something for all people, including black people. It's like, what do you
Mm-mm.
want him to do? Do you want to do something specifically for black people?
I've heard
Well,
people say
nobody
that
did that.
so long.
Uh, Matter of fact, I think Lyndon Baines Johnson is the one who told MLK, "You make me do it," and they made him sign the Civil Rights Bill. But I mean, there were a lot of programs out there uh, that President Obama had. Like, as a matter of fact, just one that come to mind, he allotted for people who were behind on their mortgage. He had where the first year you could borrow the money. He gave you up to $40,000, right? The second
Right.
year it was free. So if you didn't take advantage of that, you can't blame nobody but yourself. But I've heard everything from, talking to people who love Trump, that Obama is, oh God, let me see. Obama's gay. Michelle is a
Mm-hmm.
man. Uh God, I heard some stupid stuff. The kids are not theirs. They belong to somebody else.
Right.
Just all kind of crazy stuff. I don't know.
It,
I
you
I,
know, it
I just don't know. I do know something. My grandma used to say, "We in our last days." And I used to say, "Nah, grandma, you in your last days." But now that the Euphrates River is dried up, I think we're really in our last days.
right. It's so unfortunate that everyone feels like we have to get something from someone else in order for us to support someone. And
Yeah,
that's how
that's crazy.
but that's how people are now. Everyone feels
Yeah,
like you have
Steve
to get
Bro.
something from someone. Oh, of course. But that's so unfortunate.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's how everyone is. Oh, let me give you an example. And this is going to be so sad that I'm going to say this. And this is
Okay.
what makes me so irritated. It's almost like
Okay.
we can't support our local artist. We can't support our local restaurants. Well, we can support those, but we can't support people within our local sect. But lo and behold, You let somebody who come in and charge them $75, $150, who's doing something. You let another local, another television show come on, and everybody's breaking their neck to turn that one on. But a local television show come on, you won't see it on your television, or your friends won't air that one until after the ratings have gotten up to a certain level. Because
Interesting.
oh, I remember. I'll take it back to the days when I was in TV. I remember when because people will not support something until it's gotten to a certain level, and it's so unfortunate that we don't do it unless they feel like they're getting something out of it. Unless we out here in the community giving out T-shirts, or unless we out here handing out something, or unless they feel like they're getting
Mhm.
something out of something. Why not?
Well, by me being from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
I named it. I call it the out of town theory, because everything you just described, we will do. Black folks will do it, but they won't do it in their hometown. They'll do it out of town. So say like if you live in
Well, let's see.
Memphis and you
I
won't
can.
spend 25, $30 to get in the club in Memphis, but if you go to Atlanta, you'll do it. How crazy is that?
Jeff, I got some people who trying to hold on, Jeff. I got some people who trying to reach us, but they can't find us. Let's see. How do I direct them over to us?
They can't find it.
Yeah, let me see. How do I tell them? Okay, so they are contacting. Let's see. How do I?
All they gotta
Hmm.
do is all
What
together, is no spaces at the same time with T and J.
do I tell them to? I need to tell them to log
My phone
into.
going on.
Let me tell them to log into. Do I need to tell them to log into it on YouTube?
Yeah,
Hold on a second.
because we live.
Okay.
There's one person looking at us. I just put the link. So if anybody want to come up, there's the link.
Okay. Mm. Keep talking. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna type while you talking.
So I
Mm.
figure if we stay on about an hour, you know, just to get it going, and
Mm.
then we'll be back next Tuesday, or this coming
Mm.
Tuesday at 8 o'clock. The show is
Mm.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Tracy is looking deep into her phone for her fortune.
Oh,
Tracy's fortune today.
oops. You sure could see me, could you? Let's so sad.
I, yeah, of
That's so
course.
sad.
I'm like,
That is that is so sad.
what
We are live
what's
on.
up with different? I'm gonna tell you where I stand. I want to see where you stand first.
Keep talking. I can hear you. I'm looking at you right now. So I just typed for both of them.
Hey,
Okay, I just responded to him. Okay, talk
we
to
got
me.
two people now. Hey, so I want to get your stance first, ladies first. What do you think
Okay.
about this Carly Russell thing? I think everybody knows that it's the hoax now, and she made it up, and they're still trying to account for the 49 hours that she went missing. But what's your take on it?
You want to start with me, or you want to start with our guest?
I'm gonna
Start with
start
our
with you.
guest. You want to start with me?
What's your take on it?
Okay,
Yes.
so I have been trying to go from the professional perspective. I have not been trying to
Okay.
go from
Tell me
any other
about it.
perspective. As a mental health
Tell me about
professional, I want to go strict. No, no. Okay, so let me respond this way. I was talking to another mental health professional, and she and I were talking. I told her I
it.
wanted
Okay.
to talk as a mom, and as a mom, I would first be very concerned if my daughter, because I have two daughters, if either one of my children came up missing. And if either one of my children came up missing, I would be very, very concerned. Um, and that's not to say whatever the outcome is. I would be very concerned, first of all. Um, so if either one of my daughters came up missing, that would be my first thought. Um, my second thought would be mm, what on earth happened to
Okay.
her? And so those would be my first two thoughts. Now, as a mental health professional, um, I would I would be very, very concerned as to what on earth happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Happened to her mentally, because that side of me would probably kick in as well. I try my best to separate the two because I've been in this field for so long. It's sometimes hard to separate the two, but I don't want to go into that yet. So I'm going to wait
Well, I
before I
got a
respond.
question.
Yes.
I got a question.
Yes.
So, would you? I mean, before you get separated the two,
Hmm.
and she went missing, would you actually go on national TV? Because I mean, the husband looked like he was like, I don't believe this. They ain't even say nothing.
I know.
He looked as though he already knew what was up.
Ooh, did you see that? Oh my God.
So
That
would
was
you
a
have
little
done that?
scary.
Would you have done that?
You know what? I think as a couple, the one thing as a couple, man, you're supposed to always stand unified. And that's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean, he showed up. He was there.
he was there, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there. He was there. You know what I'm saying?
He was
Maybe I'm
there, but he
wrong.
wasn't there.
I'm
You're
sorry.
so right, though.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Who we? I'm just saying. He was there, but he wasn't there because you know what I'm just saying. He was there, but oh we. He was physically saying, I'm here, but I'm not here because in solidarity, he was not supporting. Because he's
Right.
just saying, baby, I'm
Right.
supporting you. Baby, I can't support you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it almost looked like he was looking in the camera.
Well, did you catch that? Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna put my hands up because
Did
I
you
don't want
get
to
it?
respond to no
Yeah,
more.
I saw it. I
Okay,
saw it.
my hands are up on that one because I
But
saw that. I was hoping
look,
you
I
didn't
do
say
want to
you
ask
didn't
you
mention it.
though. I, wa- I want to ask you from
Oh,
the professional standpoint, uh, because my stance is, I think she did all this for either one or two reasons: one, for attention, and two, to get back at her now ex boyfriend who left her for a stripper.
oh wait, actual
So,
guess. Okay,
what do
Jeff.
you
Tell
think
you what,
happened? I mean, psychological.
Jeff. Okay, we got. Okay, I got somebody else who's trying to get on. Okay, hold on a second. I got somebody else who's telling me to send her the
Okay,
link.
just tell them find
Okay.
us and click the link.
Okay, hold on a second. I need you
The
to
link
get
is
those
posted in
people.
the chat.
Hold on a second. Let me think. Go to YouTube. Oh Lord. Go to
Just tell her to
YouTube.
find us on YouTube. The link is in the chat.
Okay, so what I need you to understand is okay, I need you to put one of the guests on right now while we still talking about Carly. I don't know if okay. This is my perspective of Jeff. I don't know about this boyfriend thing because the boyfriend thing is kind of fishy to me. I don't know about the boyfriend thing, Jeff.
Well, I mean, he's an ex boyfriend now, so
Exactly. See, I don't know. Jeff, as gorgeous as she is, I mean, she was already on the right track. I don't. She is some.
whoa, whoa,
She
whoa, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, Tracy, slow down. What did you just say?
Jeff. She appeared to be someone who did not need to go backwards in life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, the one thing they never showed us this picture of this boyfriend.
Whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, slow down. You just
Yeah.
said as gorgeous as she is, man, that girl like a bud duck.
Oh Lord, Jeff. Jeff, she was. I mean,
What?
she's
Of course
attractive.
he did a live on Facebook. You know when she went missing because he
Hold on.
thought that she was missing, and
I,
we've seen this picture before.
I didn't
I
see
don't
his
judge
picture.
guys, but hey,
Now, mind you, I missed his picture, so maybe I missed it. I didn't see his picture. I need to check out his picture. We're gonna have to talk more
all
about him again on Tuesday.
I know is this girl is spoiled.
Yeah,
Let me
she's
ask you a
spoiled.
question, Tracy.
But Jeff,
How
Jeff,
many
she's
24
educated.
year olds you know? Listen, listen, listen.
Mm-hmm.
How many 24-year-olds do you know
Mm-hmm.
has a Mercedes?
Mm-hmm.
So all that people were saying, oh, she must be lonely. She must be crazy. I don't believe none of that because the
No,
girl is educated. And the scary part was she was going
no.
to be a nurse.
Okay, so can you talk
That's
about
the
Southern
scary
Moms
part.
now?
I'm like, oh
Can you talk
no.
live on the show?
You need to learn how to mute your mic, girl. I did it for her. Till she get off the phone. But anyway, if anybody is watching and you want to come up, just click the link. We definitely it's our first live, and we getting it started. We went from 2 to 1, so somebody's still watching us.
Okay, okay, so I'm live on the air right now.
I still here
So
on the phone too.
can I call you right back?
She is on the phone with somebody. I don't know who it
My daughter.
is, but I unmute her mic now. Uh
Sorry.
oh, that was your daughter.
Yeah,
Tracy, how many kids do you have?
I have two. I was gonna pretend like I had six, but I didn't want to put that in the atmosphere. Ooh-wee, you know that definitely would not have been the truth.
How
I
old
don't
are
like
they?
children that much. My children
Well,
are
I should say, how young are they?
um I'm 25.
Who? What, you? Oh, you got the backwards. Okay, you 52. 25.
So,
You
Melissa,
wish. 25 plus what? 27?
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna smack you when I see you.
I'm just saying. How old are your children?
My children are in they're in their prime. They're in
See,
their prime.
I don't know why is it you're afraid to answer. My son just turned 20. See how easy that was?
Yes, I see.
Your turn. I just gave you a number though. My son just turned 20. Your
But see, I
children
have two
are
girls.
how?
But I have two girls. So how do you know they
Right.
want their ages?
And they are, you don't know their ages?
Uh-huh.
Damn, what kind of mama are you?
One of my daughters is
You really
well,
don't know.
I do know. But that means that's gonna reveal my
Are
age.
you sure?
Yeah.
Oh no, if you tell us your kid's age, that won't reveal your age because you could have had them young. We won't know. But with all that gray hair, I mean, you might be 55.
Oh,
I'm tripping.
uh, you hurt me
I'm
so
just
bad.
saying.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, I'm
How do you
sorry.
feel? Okay, so let's
But
talk about something.
okay.
Okay. I want to know, what do you think about how open parents are when it comes to having children who are transgender? And I say that because
First of all,
so what if your
I'm
son
glad I've
decided
never.
tomorrow? No, no, no. What if your son
Let's
decided
see.
tomorrow he was going to he wanted to change his sex? And he said,
First of
"Dad,
all, that that hypothetical I can never ever imagine. But
he could. He could.
I just don't know. I'm not. Look,
But you
I'm
need to respect the
not
fact that it could
homophobic,
happen. You
but
need to
I'm just
respect
saying
it.
I don't think. Uh,
Answer the
well,
question.
first of all, I would tell him according to what the words say, the scriptures. I'm answering it. I will still love him, but it's wrong. And I would try to encourage him not to do that.
But what if he wanted to?
Now, if he was a minor, oh no, hell no, he couldn't do it at all.
But he's an adult. What if he wants
Not if
to?
he was a minor, but if he's an
Okay.
adult, look, you could get tattoos, you could drink, you smoke weed, you do everything you want to do. Because you're not in the presence of your dad.
Okay. So what if he is at
I
okay,
don't even
so
like I don't even like them standing around. Put your pants up. So what would you do if one of your children came to you and said, Mom, I think I want to be a man?
right now
How
both of
would
my
you accept
children
it?
are right now both of my children are grown. I can't do nothing
But I'm
with them.
saying, if tell me about it. Tell me about it. If they were not grown, if they were underage, what would be your reaction? And what would be your reaction, after they become of age?
Okay. So because they're both okay, so I'm gonna
I'm
give you the
listening.
response. Okay, so let me give you the grandmama response because I have grandchildren who are minors. So if the minor grandchildren said it, I would be shocked, but I would have to respect it.
Okay.
Oh God! But the only thing I could do is pray. Uh, and because that would be the discussion between them and their mom. But okay, so put it like this.
Hmm.
Let's just say it was. let's just say they were my sons.
Okay.
Um, yeah, let's just say these were my sons who wanted to make this decision. Um, I would pray that I would know what to do.
So you wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't sit
I
down and
would
have a
I would
talk.
no, I would know what to do in terms of knowing the conversation to have. Um,
Oh no.
because because I would put it like this. I don't want to lose my child because I've seen what I put it like this. I remember when I was in another state, um, there was a child who committed um there was a child who committed suicide because a parent rejected their child because of that. So I don't want to be the parent who rejects a child because you say no to something like that. So I don't want to be the parent because of that. So it's so easy to be the one who say no, 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 and you reject the child because of that. So I don't want to be the parent who say no because of that. So that's
Okay.
that's a that's a biggie. You know what I'm saying? That's a biggie. So I don't want to be so harsh and saying I don't want to turn away love, and then all of a sudden you end up losing somebody's life. So I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Um, so that's my position on that because I would rather have to deal with my child, my grandchild, whomever, because I would rather have my child, grandchild, whomever around. Um, and we just have to deal with whatever in whatever capacity, and just have to work through it. Um, and
Hmm.
then yeah, because eh, nothing is gonna ever be perfect ever.
Interesting.
Yeah, ever. You know, it's just nothing's gonna ever be perfect.
But I mean, I think if you like express how you feel about it, then they won't be so flamboyant when you're around. You know what I'm saying? They'll have more respect for you.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that part.
At the same time, though, I think it's kind of tough for black parents to accept it because, most of us were raised up in the church, and it's either, don't do this, don't do that. Homosexuality is a abomination of the Lord. So I've seen a couple of shows when I was watching TV, a couple of shows where they tried to tackle this issue, and I'll just say some endings I agree with, some endings not so much. But I don't think me personally, it's not a big problem. But my thing is, if you already black, you behind a ball, right? Now you black and you gay, you behind two eight balls. Then let's say if you black, gay, and a female, you're behind three eight balls. So it's like you're getting the triple whammy. I just
Right,
it is accepted in certain cities, But
right,
one thing I did know when I moved to the mid south is the smaller towns that are around, this area, those people who live that lifestyle, they moved to the city. So they won't be talked about in the small town. So I mean, I moved to downtown when I first moved here. Then I moved to Midtown, and that's when like a year and a half later, I got married, and he was 6 years old at the time. And I didn't want to have to explain to him why two guys were holding hands or why two guys were kissing. So I
Right.
went and bought a house out in City Hills. I had to get away from Midtown. And fast forward like 30 years later, Midtown is still the same. I remember one time we went to the Applebee's in Midtown, and our waiter, we couldn't tell if our waiter was a boy or a girl, you know. But hey, we had great service. I left a great tip, and that's just the way the cookie crumble.
Right.
But I do know that I stay away from Overton Park on Sundays because back in the day, now I don't know if they still do it, but that's when we would call gay day happens at the park. The apartment I used to live in was right across from Overton Park. I could look out the window and see the park. But I I don't know when the last time I've been to Overton Park, um, or Tom Lee Park, or any park. Matter of fact, I can't even tell you the last time. Okay, I've been out the house, this apartment, when I went to
Also
the
say
doctor,
you're a homebody.
and some people say, some people say I'm a homebody or I'm like a hostage. But Memphis is dangerous.
Right.
I
That's true.
mean, I'm talking. They shooting in broad daylight. They shooting look. They shooting at the gas stations. Don't
Right.
they know they could blow everybody up?
True.
That's crazy. So
Right.
anyway,
Very much
if
so.
you knew me, Tracy, if you know me, like from 23 to 33, I really was never home. Never. I always had something to do. And so now that, when they had the pandemic, I was like, yeah, everybody got to get on my level. But now the pandemic is over and everybody's out again. I just choose not to go out. I mean, unless, if my girl want to go somewhere, we'll go.
Right.
But other than that, I'm at the house. Come holler at me.
Right.
I mean, that's how you survive in 2023. So, I mean, where you at, there are a lot of things to do. And you probably don't have that much crime like Memphis does. So,
Right. Right.
I mean, when
I
crime happens
understand.
there, it's like, it's a big surprise. Whoa, this happened here? But
Right.
it happens every day in Memphis, and it's no surprise. It's like, oh, okay.
You know,
So it's wild.
you know, I mean, my philosophy is I just try my best to respect everyone, period. No matter your socioeconomic background, no matter
Hmm.
um your sexual orientation, no matter
Right.
your gender. That's just my position. Because you could be guiding for your um because we have a different choice of um because I choose Baptist, you choose Catholicism, or you choose to pray and I choose to meditate, or
Hmm.
whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I try my best just to be, the older I've gotten, talking about the seasoning now, the older I've gotten,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just so much more at peace with things now. And I've just changed so much, because the old me was a lot different. You know what I'm saying? People really knew that old me. Ooh, they know. I was a lot different. So I'm just so much more at
So
peace about
you're not
a
a
lot.
wild child anymore.
No, I'm not a wild child anymore. I'm just so much more at peace, and I'm just a lot calmer. So I'm just so calm about things. So that's why I say when it comes to that topic, because like I say, you know, from having friends who I know who are, who have their own way of living, their own lifestyle, man, I love and respect everybody.
Right.
From having family who are there. And like I said, I've witnessed people who hurt themselves for whatever, and I've watched it, and having been in this field, I've watched it and I've witnessed it. So it's no way on earth I'm a judge. It's no way on earth I will be very, 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 very hypocritical for judging. How dare I judge? I can't judge. It's no way I'm a judge anybody. So that's why I
Look,
say
I ain't trying to judge
I
them
can.
either. I ain't trying to judge them. So they can stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here. You just going over there.
So
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can go
judging.
to any area, I can go do anything, and I can, so, if my children want to do whatever, anybody want to do whatever, it doesn't bother me. I'm cool. I'm okay. It doesn't affect me. I'm okay with whatever, whomever, we can still integrate. I'm good.
Okay. Okay, Seal Johnson, Selena Johnson's dad. He made the song "Any Way the Wind Blows" is cool with me.
It's cool with me, baby.
So that's what
It's
you
cool
say.
with me. Well,
That's
and
what you
people
say.
still, and while you still laughing, my dancing.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Why you talking about, oh Lord?
Anyway,
What's up?
it's 9 o'clock, man. So
We
we've been
still,
on an hour. We go spread the
yes,
word so we get more people to watch us
yes,
and definitely they interact with us. We
yes,
decided not to just record the shows, but do the shows live because we want to
yes.
hear from a lot of people out there. So,
So this
and
thing
this is
says
how it always starts. It
57.
starts small and ends up big.
Start small, end up big. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
proud of us.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna do it again next Tuesday,
Right, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. See you
Yes,
all then.
indeed.
So are you gonna say some special words before we wrap up?
Nope. Just say like, comment, share, and tell everybody about the show. Straight Talk with TNJ, and I'm out.
That's right. Tune in next
Why
week
you want
for
to say
Straight
something?
Talk. I mean, I just wanna. I'm gonna come up with some. I'm gonna come up with some special words. I don't have them yet, but I'll come up with something cute.
Oh, look at that! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that blue fingernail polish?
Oh Lord.
Let me
Anyway,
see. Let
no,
me see.
no.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm about to get that from my girl.
oh my
You know, you didn't
God.
know she's a Zeta, did you?
Yeah.
Let
Oh
me. I'm
Lord,
not you. I'm talking about my friend. Look.
I know he is so in love.
Let
You
me
are.
see your nails.
I
Let me
cannot
see
wait
them.
for him to get married. I cannot wait for this man to get married. Oh Lord, I cannot wait for this
Let me
wedding to
see the
happen.
nails.
No, no, no.
Let me see
Yeah,
them.
I cannot wait for him to get married.
Uh,
Oh Lord, he gonna
uh,
miss the shows then, because
and the only reason, look,
he gonna be on his
I just
honeymoon.
cannot become an old single man, an old funny, or like Tracy. I can see you now 20 years from now with no man and 2 cats. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Well,
I just can't.
everybody,
I got to have somebody to go to the movie with, somebody to travel with, huh?
everyone, we need to get ready to tune
What?
out. I need to get ready to log out because he's talking about me. Everyone, we will see you all next week. Thank you so much. Tune in again next week for Straight Talk. Tracy and Jeff, Straight Talk. Love you so much. Peace, deuces. Love ya.
Deuces.
Jeff, sign us off. You're gonna make me do it. Hold on, let me do it. Did I do it? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't sign myself. Oh, leave studio.
Okay. La 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 la.